the new year if they don't pay off their bill every month. But so far, so good. Rebecca Walser joins us, Walser Wealth Management's CEO. And good to see you, Rebecca. And I say so far, so good because generally people are paying off their bills. I mean, they're taking on more and more credit card debt. They use their credit cards all the time, but the numbers are pretty good on paying them off.
Yeah, if you look at February of this year, we actually hit $1 trillion of credit card balances for the first time ever in U.S. history. And that number right now is down to $443 billion. So we have had a $500 billion payoff, over from February till now. So it's really not as bad as it seems that we just have an exuberant consumer. And we should be exuberant. If we aren't exuberant now, Connell, when will we be? This is the time for exuberance.
It's true. I mean, the Wallet Hub, just to add to what you said, they did numbers. They look back at 2009 and how if people were late on their monthly payments is usually a pretty good indicator that there's an issue. And back then it was 15% of people had missed a payment, and this year it's 6%. So 6% of people. I mean, some people are missing payments, but not a ton. So it's almost like this Goldilocks moment because, as I said, coming in, this is a pretty good environment for the banks. You wouldn't think of it with the low rates, but not on credit cards. They're able to make those that have their credit card businesses are doing well, right?
That's right. I mean, if you look at the spread between the actual federal funds rate and the credit card, an average credit card for a consumer, it's not pretty. I think the average balance right now is around $6,500 per, family. And that's about $1,100 a year in interest charges at the average credit card rate. So it's less than 10% of disposable income. And that's the thing we have to really focus on, Connell, is Americans' incomes are real. We have real wage growth. We have real rising wages. And really at the bottom end of the pay spectrum, the wages are growing even faster.
Yeah, it was an interesting story, just to stop on it for a second, in the Journal this morning about that very topic. And because for years we've been doing stories about the fact that wages for workers, and people at the lower end of the pay spectrum were not going up. But to the Journal's point this morning, now we're starting to see them rise at a faster rate than, some people in management. So what does that tell you?
It tells us that people feel confident and they feel that they have more disposable income. Right. And, we don't have any inflationary costs that are putting the pressure on housing and cars and all of that. So the inflation isn't there. Wages are really growing. And so people have more disposable income. And we saw that with Super Saturday, $34 billion of sales, the largest retail day ever in the history of America. We see that the consumer is here and they are ready to buy. And that's 70% of our economy, Connell, and we need them to buy.
As a quick final point, all good, or anything, storm clouds on the horizon, anything 2020 that worries you, or this continues, this environment?
Well, I will just tell you, obviously what goes up must come down. We are overdue for a cyclical recession. I don't think it's going to happen in 2020, but if you just look at the cycles, we're certainly overdue, and everyone should prepare for a rainy day. So take some of that extra disposable income and make sure you have a good emergency fund of at least 6 months. Yeah, because
we were joking earlier, it seems like the market goes up every single day. The Nasdaq's actually down almost 9 points right now, which is a headline in and of itself, because it seems like it goes up every single day.
9,000, 9,000.
I know, we're holding it.
9,000.
Good to see you, Rebecca. Happy New Year.